Well, new this morning, a study from UW Medicine found that telehealth abortion requests doubled after Roe v. Wade was overturned in June of 2022. Researchers looked into 16,000 telehealth abortion requests made between November 2021 and February of 2023. And across 18 states, including Washington, where telemedicine abortion remained legal, they found that most of the requests were from people who lived far from in-person clinics. So here to talk more about the findings of the study is senior author Anna Fiastro. Good morning, Anna. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so before we dive into all this, can you give us just a little bit of a background and overview of what this study actually found?
Yeah, so our research focuses on telehealth medication abortion care, and these are services that have an online consultation. It can be a video visit or an online form, and then clinicians mail these medicines to people in their homes. And these are medicines that have been available in the United States for over 20 years and used safely by hundreds of thousands of people and millions of people. And so what the study looked at was how people use these services and how that changes over time.
So what drove you and the other authors to look into this?
As I mentioned, since the fall of Roe, hundreds of thousands of people have used telehealth services to get the care they need, and we're interested in who this is impacting and who is able to access care. And so what we found is that people who live really close to clinic-based care are using telehealth services, and it's particularly important for those who are living farthest from clinic-based care.
Okay, so what was the most common reason for using telehealth instead of going into a physical clinic? Because some of those said that they lived close to it.
Yeah. People really like telehealth services for their reproductive health care. It can be a really private and affordable and accessible option. It's often less costly than clinic-based care, and people can usually get an appointment really quickly or fill out the online form when they have a moment. We all have jobs and school and family responsibilities, and so telehealth allows people to fit this care into their really busy lives and be able to move forward.
Yeah, and right now there's a lot of rural hospitals and clinics in danger of closing due to the Trump administration's recent funding cuts. And based off of what this study shows, can we expect to see telehealth requests rise again in physical clinics if they actually close their doors?
Yeah, I think telehealth continues to grow for people close to clinics and far from clinics, but of course it's most important for those who are really far from care. And so right now, 1 in 4 abortions are completed via telehealth, and so we expect that trend to continue. Again, people really like it because it can be really private, and they are able to take control of their own health care. So we imagine that this important option will continue to meet the needs of women and those who want to end their pregnancies.
Yeah, and do you advise on people thinking about coming into the clinic? Maybe they don't feel like, showing their face to face up front with a person. Even though you're doing it video, sometimes that's a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think everyone is different, and they have different needs and priorities when they're making their healthcare decisions. So it's really important that we have all kinds of options: a video visit, just an online form, clinic-based care for those who prefer it. And so having as many options available for people is certainly something we should all be working for.
Anna Fiastro, thank you so much for looking into this and joining us this morning and explaining your study.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Have a good day.